All right. You know what? I forgot to go on the air because we're just having such a good time. It's Mira Davis. We're on live with the Indigo Girls in the studio. How about a studio audience here? New record is called Poseidon and the Bitterbug, and just an FYI for everybody, you can meet Amy and Emily tonight, Criminal Records. You guys are going to be 4:30
p.m. Yep.
And now you're going to be accessible, right? It's, you know.
We're playing and then we're signing autographs.
That is very cool for you to do that. Criminal Records, 4:30. Don't forget, be there. Okay. Little 5 points. Thank you, Will. Okay, so you girls have such a huge fan base all over the world, but here in Atlanta more than ever. And I got an email from one of my listeners, Kelly. Kelly, say hi.
Hello.
I think Kelly, maybe your #1 fan, she wrote me like a 10-page churn paper on why she could come in, you know, why she wanted to come in and say hello. And I said, if you can, you know, pull it together, honey, you can come in. And you pulled it together very nicely.
Thank you.
So Kelly would like to ask you, girls, a question.
Thanks for having me, first of all. So excited to be here. I have 2 questions, if you don't mind. They're really quick, but I would love to know if you guys have ever had a really embarrassing stage moment. Like one of those things where you go off the stage and you go, oh, my God, I cannot believe that just happened.
Like Britney Spears. Like
as you were just discussing.
I think my most there's been so many that it's hard to remember them all, but I had one a long time ago where I slipped on the stage and fell down, didn't I?
Yeah.
We were opening for Neil Young, so it was especially embarrassing.
Oh.
I didn't, you know, you don't want to fall down during that one. So yeah, that was pretty funny.
And a long time ago, I remember this night very clearly. It was just we were running out on stage to start the show, and I smashed my face in the microphone, and my earring flew off across the room at the same time. So that was memorable. Yeah.
Oh, that would be memorable.
Yeah.
And then one other question I have is just, are there any new artists or new bands that you guys are really into right now, or that you would, you know, yourself, you know, turn up if you heard them on the radio, or?
Yeah, there's lots. There's so many great people right now. I like this songwriter, Gregory Alan Isaacoff, who's, I think he's out of Boulder, and his records are like on iTunes and stuff, but he is amazing. And then I just discovered this new Japanese garage rock band called Detroit 7 at South by Southwest, actually. They were amazing.
And I still can't get the Weepies off my mind. Love the Weepies. And I love an artist named Sia, one of my favorites.
Yeah, very cool.
And I love Rihanna, too.
You too.
But Mary J. Blige, she's still my #1.
But Rihanna. So what do you think about this whole Chris Brown, Rihanna thing? I mean, Emily Saliers, your thoughts?
It's
Amy
terrible.
Ray.
I mean, any kind of abuse is a terrible reality, especially, you know, well, not especially, but indeed abuse against women, either verbal or physical. So the hope is that she'll stand up for women and say that that's unacceptable and has to take a different path, and can be an inspiration for women who are suffering through that and need to change their lives. It's not easy, everybody realizes so, but it can be done. So that's our hope.
Well, you guys are an inspiration to so many people. So many people have grown up to your music. They're listening to your or they're just getting turned on to your music. I was fascinated that you guys do so much touring. I think the last time, Emily, I saw you were doing a run in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
And we mentioned a minute ago performing in Singapore. So when you go and perform in Singapore, and we're on with the Indigo Girls, are you thinking like, all right, what's this audience going to be like? What are we getting ourselves into?
I think we're thinking, is anybody going to come at
Right.
all? It's like, you just don't know. But we got invited to go play this music festival called the Mosaic Music Festival. So that helped us some because it was part of an event. So people kind of had tickets and sort of had to go. And but the audience was phenomenal, actually. They were singing with us on all the same parts that the American audiences sing on, actually, and so it was really neat.
So do you think that they couldn't speak English, but they knew the words to your songs?
No, in
English
Singapore
is spoken widely
Okay.
there.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's the dominant language, pretty much.
But I expected a largely American audience. I was thinking expats, you know, but it was largely Singaporean. We had a lot of people who flew in from the Philippines for the show and told us their stories about their life with our music. So that was very, very cool. It was a wonderful experience. Love to go back. I love traveling in Asia.
Yeah, it's amazing. Totally amazing.
Well, we need you to get right back in Atlanta. No, not too many more Singapore dates. I'm really excited to hear about your show coming up at Chastain.
September 19th.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
You heard it here first. And when you guys play Chastain, it's like a family reunion, right?
Yeah, it's really cool.
It certainly is. Half the guest list is just our family.
Yeah.
The entire...
Yeah, it's like 100 people, our family.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
A beautiful venue, though,
Yeah.
and it's a good homecoming, always.
Okay, well, we'll make a note of that, September 19th. And you two have been together for so long, performing as a duo. And for some reason, I always think of, like, there's Mick and Keith, and, Steve and Tyler and Joe Perry, or, where they're the best of friends, but they can really fight like cats and dogs, too. Is that accurate with Emily and Amy from the Indigo Girls?
No,
we don't really fight.
We don't fight. We just stay apart from each other a lot. No, we don't. We're like family, and we've known each other since we were little girls. We have a very, very special relationship, working relationship and friendship, but truly we do have separate lives. We write our songs separately, and everyone knows that, I think, and then Amy's much more a person who wants to live in the woods, and I'm a person who's a little more urban, and our sensibilities are different, the way we express ourselves, where we shop.
So
not that different lately, though.
Well, have you been shopping at the same place?
We bought a couple of things at the same store.
Yeah.
Here in Atlanta?
That's true, yeah.
Which one? Do you want to give it a plug?
Bill Hallman.
Okay, there you go. And did you want to say hi to your nephew?
I do. I want to give a shout-out to my nephew Bryson, because I just got a call from my sister, and she and he were listening to you. They love you and listen to you a lot.
Thank
They're big Mara fans.
Thank you.
And Bryson, he's on a field trip today. He goes to Paideia, and I think he'd be here if he didn't have to go on a field trip.
That would have been cool.
This is for him. He's great.
Oh,
All
well.
my nieces and nephews are great.
Yes, well, hi, Bryson, and I love you right back. So you guys know each other well enough where I said to you, if I said, Amy, what is Emily like on her pizza, you would know?
On her pizza?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. I'm not sure Emily's totally a big pizza eater. Well, she eats pizza on the bus after the show sometimes. And I think you go for the plain cheese.
That's my favorite,
Typically,
actually.
Yeah.
Very impressive. Very impressive. And
She's going to be easier. She's vegetarian.
So. Okay. So it's simple.
I go for the cheese, too.
Are you full-on vegan or just
no,
vegetarian?
I've done the vegan for a while, but I couldn't do it.
It's hard.
I think I'm too in love with the dairy. I need to try it again, though, because I do feel better.
Oh, don't give up the cheese, Amy.
I feel better on a vegan diet.
I know Emily likes cheese.
I won't give up anything.